Hello students and welcome back to our English vocabulary series. In this fifth video in our Word of the Week series, it's been a long time, but we're back doing Word of the Week. And our Word of the Week now for this week is Facetious. And it's very difficult to pronounce, but it's Facetious or Facetious. So it's a little bit difficult. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right myself. One of the hardest words in the English language to pronounce correctly, but we're going to cover facetious, what it means, how do we use it in a sentence, and what exactly in the English language is the context of its use. So this is our latest Word of the Week video, the fifth in our series. Hope to do more with y'all soon. My name is Ben with English from A to Z, and let's get started. So, what is the definition of facetious? And I have to slow myself down because I'm still working on my pronunciation. We're going to talk about the type of word, the meaning of the word, and some example sentences to get more familiar. The first thing we need to know is that the type of word, it's not a noun or a verb, it's an adjective, right? So it's meant to describe someone's behavior or their comportment or how they act, basically, or what kind of person they are. It's to describe someone, their attitude, their behavior. And the meaning of facetious is treating a serious issue or issues or occurrence or occurrences with humor. You're trying to be funny. That is either deliberately, you're doing it on purpose, or accidentally inappropriate. Inappropriate means that some people could take it to be inappropriate. It doesn't mean you're being inappropriate, but you could, the way you're framing an issue or an occurrence with humor, you might think you're not being inappropriate, but you may be upsetting someone. Now, it doesn't automatically mean you're being that way, but you could be interpreted as not taking it seriously. So you're being flippant. Other words, flippant means you're being laid back, you're being relaxed, you're not really taking care in too much of how you're being perceived about a subject. You're being very lighthearted in terms of not taking something that is serious in nature seriously. So, you're being trying to be funny or trying to make a joke, but making light of a serious situation is not easy. Sometimes people like to do it with sarcasm or making fun, not poking fun at the person, but making fun of the situation to ease the tension, ease the stress. But facetious can backfire, so you have to be careful. Not everything should be treated with humor, even especially serious subjects, I mean. So the meaning, again, or meanings, is treating a serious issue or occurrence or occurrences with humor. That is either deliberately or accidentally, I should have added, but could be inappropriate. You're also being laid back or flippant or lighthearted or relaxed about a subject that is serious in nature, trying to be joking about it. I have a few examples to make it a little bit easier, and I'm going to work on my pronunciation as well during the video. So number one, trying to talk about his financial situation with him was exasperating. Exasperating, you may not know, but exhausting or difficult because of his consistently facetious attitude towards the subject. So the subject is obviously his financial situation, a difficult subject for anyone. It's very personal, so maybe this is someone who is a friend or a family member. But anyway, in general, you're a serious subject like that, making a joke or being lighthearted about it is not easy to talk to someone when they're not taking something like that seriously. So a financial situation can be serious, and if you're being facetious, you're trying to be lighthearted or laid back about it, but it may not be good to do all the time. So that's the number one example here. Number two, Jennifer was trying to be facetious about her friend's struggles in school by making a joke about it, but she ended up upsetting her instead of cheering her up. So Jennifer did not mean any ill will, but she treated her friend is going through a serious situation, struggling in school, maybe not doing well. Jennifer was trying to be facetious about it by making a joke. Maybe not at Jennifer, but about her struggles. maybe trying to cheer her up, but she ended up upsetting her. And even if you're accidentally being facetious about it, you, with your humor or jokes, can treat a serious issue and not treating it well, being inappropriate. In this case, Jennifer was doing so accidentally. Lastly, number 3, with Ryan. Ryan made a remark to his classmates that compared his friend Zach to a portrait of a man from the 1800s at the museum, because he thought they had similar facial expressions. But Zach did not find his facetious comment amusing. Let me try that one more time. Facetious. 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 Okay? So basically, maybe they're on a field trip. Ryan made a remark to his classmates, similar to comment that compared his friend Zach to a portrait of a man from the 1800s at the museum, because he thought they had similar facial expressions. But Zach, and I find it a little funny, obviously this is a made-up sentence for you all at home, but Zach did not find his facetious comment amusing, okay? So you're at a museum, you're maybe doing this for art class, or you're on a field trip, you're supposed to be serious about the place or the setting, but Ryan was trying to make a joke or innocent remark that him and the man from the 1800s at the museum, a portrait of him, compared to his friend Zach. He was trying to make a joke or make something lighthearted about it. Zach did not find it funny. Maybe didn't like the man in the portrait's facial expression similar to his, or didn't find it, or maybe Zach simply didn't find it amusing to be compared to a man in a portrait from another century. That's fair to say. So any of these sentences, whether it's Jennifer, whether it's Ryan, whether it's talking about a financial situation, you have to be careful about being facetious, all right? You can't always treat a serious issue to someone else, maybe not serious to you. Maybe you're making a joke about it and you don't think you're being inappropriate, but you can be seen as being facetious by the other person. So even if you're lighthearted, you're trying to make a joke about the situation, whether serious, maybe not so serious in your view, you could be perceived as being inappropriate. So this is a more advanced word in the English language, more difficult to pronounce even for a native speaker, and more difficult to understand the context of when it can be used. But basically, you're trying to make light of a situation that's serious, and it can be perceived poorly. Not always. It can be taken okay, but using humor can go wrong when it's perceived as being inappropriate and hurt someone's feelings, as can happen with the examples I've posed here. So kind of a difficult word in some ways. The pronunciation, what kind of word it is, and also how the meanings line up with the examples. But I think we have a better understanding now of what facetious means. So keep it in mind, folks. Make sure you study this slide, pause the video if you have to, and I enjoy doing these kind of videos on more advanced vocabulary for our words, English words of the week or word of the week. So thank you so much for watching. Hope to do another word of the week soon. I think my last one in this order was a little under a year ago, so I hope to do another one soon, including our idioms of the week. Be sure to check out our other great YouTube videos, over 100 and counting, maybe 150 or more at this time of recording. Our great YouTube videos, from learning about English slang expressions to analyzing English songs, poems, and stories, you name it, on the channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below the video, to follow us here on our YouTube channel, English from A to Z. And if you have any questions or would like to follow our newsletter, please go to sign up at our website, www.englishfroma2z.com/newsletter. Thank you all again, and make sure you're being perceived serious or being facetious, because one thing I want to mention is it's a funny meme here, but facetious. Not sure if serious or being facetious. So people need to know if you're being serious or being humorous about, or trying to be funny about a serious situation. So there you go. See you all again soon for another Word of the Week video, and take care now. Bye-bye.